Welcome to this online masterclass that I titled your bestseller blueprint online masterclass. Welcome to you. I believe you're on this masterclass because you're a word artist. I call everybody that writes, either an author, either you're a published author, or you are yet to publish a book. I call them the word artist, the WORD artist, because I believe you make your words. Your word makes the world a better place. You create things out of your words. So welcome to this online masterclass. Every word artist out there, you that are watching this video, where you will discover the 3 deadly author mistakes and how to sell at least 1,000 copies in 30 days or less. Okay. So my goal with this online masterclass is this: if you are an author, you've published a book already, you will know what it entails to sell truckload, in thousands of your books. You probably start getting results like this. This is one of my books, Dollars Advantage: How to Take Advantage of the Increase in Dollars Exchange Rates to Create Mind-Blowing Side Income. That's my name being Akwale, and you can see this is over 20 payment for that book in just a day. And as a matter of fact, this is just the one I could capture on this screen. I've had days I've done over 50 in a single day. Okay, so this is just a screenshot to tell you the kind of results you can get when you follow this online masterclass till the end, that you learn and you take action with everything I'm going to be sharing with you on this masterclass. And this is still more. This is months. This is 7 months after the first screenshot you saw, and I'm still making I'm still getting paid. People are still paying for that same book even after 7 months. So you can imagine how much I've made from just one book. Okay, and this is the kind of results you're going to be getting when you stick with this online masterclass till the end and you take action on everything I tell you to do. Okay, now this is this year, in 1 month, my book sales have amounted to over ₦1 million in just March. That's March to April. That's for my book sales. These are the kind of results you should expect. So I'm 100% sure about one thing right now. Okay, you want to get this kind of massive sales result for your books. If not, you won't be on this online masterclass. You will not be interested. Probably if you are doing thousands and thousands of book sales already, I don't think you'll be on this masterclass. But I believe this is the kind of result you want to get. You can actually continue to sell out your books and print more, because the fact is, it's not just getting 1,000 book sales. It's not just becoming a bestseller, but you can actually do it, because these methods I'll be sharing with you, this blueprint I'll be sharing with you inside this online masterclass will enable you to be able to do it over and over again. And if you are yet to publish your book, you will know how to save yourself the wasted time and money. Okay, imagine you publishing 1,000 copies of a book and you spend over 500,000 naira, then you don't know how to sell it. You don't know how to get the book into the hand of people that will actually need the information inside it. That's what I call a waste. So for you as an author, you know how to sell our copies, and for you that you are yet to publish, you actually know you actually have a blueprint to knock it out of the park from your first book. Okay, so is that all this thing I've said, is it what you really want? If that's what you want, then that's cool. So here's why you need to pay close attention to everything I'll be sharing with you in this bestseller blueprint masterclass. At this point, you're either a publisher just struggling to sell your books, like I explained earlier, or which is a writer. Even though if you have not published, you're probably a writer who is trying to publish his own work soon, and you don't know how to go about launching a book. Okay, you are in the right place. Okay, and the fact is, if you don't know all these things, it's not your fault. So don't start looking down yourself that you have not a lot of people are ahead of you. No, it's not your fault. There are a lot of people that are actually behind you right now, because like if there are 10,000 writers in Nigeria, there are probably 1 million that have not seen this masterclass. So you should give yourself a thumbs up for actually taking action to watch this online masterclass. You've been struggling to sell your books because the book publishing wolves care about their pocket, not you. Because this thing, it has been happening from years till now, for years till now. It's still happening. The people in the book publishing industry, they care about their pocket and they care less about you. As a matter of fact, they won't take more from you if you allow them to. Okay, I'm not just shaking tables for no reasons. Here is why I'm saying all these things I've said. For traditional publishers, okay, there are two ways you can publish your book. Either go traditionally, or whereby you get a publishing house to help you do that, or you go through you self-publish it yourself. So, well, let's first talk about the traditional publishing scams that have been perpetrated for years. Okay, you give them right to your intellectual property, and they do as they like. Most authors even complain that the message in their books changed after editors change things. As a matter of fact, I was speaking with an author and told me that after the editors changed things, that he almost couldn't recognize the message in his book anymore, the book he wrote himself. So you can imagine that you give your intellectual property to them, and they will do whatever they like with it. Then again, you give them legal rights to give you a portion of your bread and butter. It's just counterintuitive to me. Like, why would you do that? Like, you legally give them your bread and butter. This book you're writing is for you to create impact and profit. But out of the profit you are creating, you're actually dashing it out to traditional publishers. I don't see why you should be doing that, if you actually know all the things I'll be sharing with you in this online masterclass. Then the last one is they will not help you sell copies. That's just the fact, okay? I have seen a lot of people that have complained about this, signing up to traditional publishers, and they are not doing it to help them market it. They actually tell them that they should market themselves so that they can feed off the publicity that this author has created for himself and sell this book. So I don't understand why go ahead and do that. Okay, it doesn't just make sense. If I'm building propriety for myself, then that means I can sell my book if I have the right blueprint. Okay, so in this masterclass, you're going to be getting that. I'm going to be breaking it down for you so that you can get it right. All the mistakes that all others are making, you're going to understand them, and you're going to know how to actually publish successfully and become a bestseller. Okay, so what are the self-publishing flaws? This is what I see. You allow yourself to be used when you self-publish your books, and you don't even have a blueprint on how to sell all the printed copies. This has happened to a lot of self-published authors. They publish books and they don't know how to sell it. Okay, you probably have had this before. That's the publishers, the people that print the book. They will tell you the more copies you publish, the lesser it costs you to publish. Yes, we've all had that 1,000 times. At the end of the day, you are left with 1,000 copies of your books that you don't know how to sell. You can imagine publishing 1,000 copies. If you are a published author, you have probably experienced this before. If you don't have this blueprint, this bestseller's blueprint that I'm revealing to you in a minute, you probably publish 1,000 book copies, and you start looking for diverse ways to sell them. And at the end of the day, if you also you probably sell like 100 or 200 max, and you still have an 800 in your room staring at you, and the book is looking at you and looking like you, like, why did you put me here? I'm supposed to be out there blessing lives, touching lives, but you don't even know how to get me into the hands of the readers. And so it's just what self-publishers experience. This is actually a chat with one of the best writers I've met in Nigeria. This is what I was saying. I was actually telling her, it's always funny to me, why would someone wake up one day, invest 500k to print books and not know how to sell them? And she actually, look at her reply, it's just exactly what I just said some minutes ago. This is why I wouldn't want to print that much numbers of books. My printer is insisting I do 1,000 copies. I'm looking at him like, you do well. You understand? And this is actually a smart author right there, because she knows that she doesn't have the means of selling 1,000 copies. So why would she go ahead and print it? So she doesn't even mind paying more to get fewer copies and selling it off before going ahead to run another set of books published for her. So my reply was, don't they always say that? LOL, you smart, Jerry. Okay, so you can learn from my mistakes. The fact is, all these things I'm telling you, I think I wasn't born with them. I actually learned them through my mistakes. You understand? So that is why I can share this experience with you. And you can also eventually learn from my breakthroughs. This is, as a matter of fact, I'm actually sharing my breakthroughs with you in this online masterclass, so that you can learn from my mistakes and actually use my breakthroughs to get massive results for yourself. My cousin and I fell for these lies, scams, and woes of the book publishing industry. Yeah, this is the mistakes I made. What actually brought about me learning all these things and becoming a master at it. Okay, a best-selling author. This is what prompted me. My cousin and I made these author's mistakes, and I personally learned from it, and I've gone from that place to greater heights, and I've also helped hundreds of authors get it right. And I'm lucky. You're lucky that you are actually here right now watching this Bestsellers Blueprint online masterclass. Okay, So every book publisher vendor had a piece of us. It's just really painful. Like I told you, the book publishing wolves, this is them having a piece of us right here. Graphic designer, we ended up with a fine cover that will not sell shit. Sorry for my bad language, but that's just the fact. These graphic designers, they charge you in thousands, and the fact is they're just designing. Being a graphic designer, they are not best-selling author book designers. There's a difference between both. A graphic designer is definitely different from a best-selling book cover designer. Okay, so we fell for that. We paid, and they designed a fine cover for us that would not sell our book for us. A book printer, of course, the publishers, they will tell you to sell 1,000 to publish 1,000 copies because it's cheaper. Then you end up with thousands of copies in your room, not being able to impact lives with them. Okay, then the traditional book launch. Yeah, I'm sure you probably fell for this too. You print IVs, rent a hall, item number 7. You spend so much money to put everything together, and people come, they hit your item number 7. They dance, they enjoy, and all that. They promise you that they're going to launch a book with 1,000, with 100,000, 50,000. This is exactly what happened to us. We had people coming through our book launch, and they promised us heaven and earth, and most of them we had to chase for them to redeem. As a matter of fact, 80% of them didn't redeem. It was just like they were just there to make people feel like they are doing good, and at the end of the day, they will tell you that, man, I don't have the money yet, and you can't fight them because, of course, they are not owing you any money. It's just a promise, and some people are not actually good at keeping their promises. Okay, so until I did something differently by learning and creating a blueprint that helps me sell truckloads of my books. Okay, after having this ugly experience, I actually decided to learn how to actually do it right, and this has led to me creating a blueprint that helps me sell a truckload of my books in thousands. That's all the fact. It's not in hundreds now. Hundreds is just, I've done hundreds in a day. I've done hundreds in 3 days. I've done hundreds in 1 week, even less. You understand? So even more in a week. Okay. So we are talking about selling thousands of your book right now. You are not talking about hundreds. There are a lot of authors that can actually sell hundreds by themselves without needing any blueprint. But I'm talking about you selling thousands, and in less than 30 days, you can actually do this. Okay. You can actually do this. And that's not even the most important part, okay? The most important part is that this very thing I did, a rock solid system I set up just once, automates the whole process and effortlessly sell my book while I get my time to give my time to other things, okay? The good thing about this system, this blueprint I'm talking about, this bestseller blueprint I'm actually sharing with you here, is that once you set it up, it automatically sells your book for you. Or you just, like a screenshot you saw earlier, you're seeing paid for this, paid for this, paid for this, paid for this. That's because, as a matter of fact, all those sales that come in, sometimes I'm actually sleeping. I wake up and I've seen that, okay, I've gotten like 10 sales. Because I call it an automated book selling system. This system will help you sell your book effortlessly while you do other things that you want to do. I believe that is really awesome, right? You believe this is awesome, and if you believe that's awesome, then cool. Let's ride on, okay? Well, I get this. I'll get to this system, but first, let's look at the misconception, okay? Book industry has a lot of misconceptions, but I'm going to actually treat just one right now so that you can get an idea of where I'm going to, okay? People don't read books anymore, therefore books don't sell anymore. I have had a lot of authors come to me and say that, my book failed because people don't read books anymore, and I'm like, where did you get that from? Like, and the funny thing is, this is just what they say. They say, my book didn't sell now, so that's because people don't read anymore. I'm like, where did you get that from? You are so wrong. People still read books, and I'm going to back it up with the statistics right now, okay? So which industry makes more? Let me just ask you a question now. Wherever you are now, just answer this. Which one makes more, the book industry or the movie industry? I can bet $1,000 on it right now that you're going to choose the movie industry, right? But the fact is, you are dead wrong, and this is the statistics to prove it, okay? This is worldwide box office statistics in year 2018, where we are right now. The estimate is going to be $44 billion. That's what they're going to make in 2018. In 2017, they made $41.2 billion, and in 2020, this is like 2 years to this time, they are going to be making 49.3 billion by their own estimate. 49.3 billion. You think that that's a lot of money, right? But let me blow your mind. Drum rolls. Book industry makes 113 billion every year. That is times 2 plus extra plus change on top. This a difference is book industry beats movie industry by 2 times. That's 100%. You understand? So if you actually had in mind that people don't read books anymore, you are dead wrong, and that is just a big misconception. I think it's just a deceit from the devil for you to just quit writing and blessing, impacting people's lives. Okay, so book industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and people still make a lot of money from it if you know how to go about it, and which is what I'm going to share with you on this online masterclass. So why are your books nothing to write home about? That's now the big question. If once we've broken down this misconception, so why are your books not selling? Why are they not selling? Why is it so painful that you invest your time and money into a book, you publish 1,000 copies, and you can't sell it? There is a missing piece of the puzzle, okay, which is what I'll be sharing with you on this online masterclass. So congratulations for making it here. Give yourself 2 thumbs up because you've done the right thing for your author career right now, and I just want to congratulate you once again. So first, do away with every form of distraction and give this class the required attention. You know, put your phone on silent if you don't want to put it off. Put off your TV and give this online masterclass the maximum attention it needs, because this is going to actually be the difference. This is going to set you apart from other authors when you actually go through this online masterclass and take the required action that you need to take. And make sure you watch till the end, because I have saved the best for the last. Okay, so watch till the end so that you can get the meat of this online masterclass. Well, I do not promise overnight riches and book sales without you doing anything. Of course, you have to do something. You have to take action. You have to invest in yourself. You have to. This online masterclass is a part of your investment, because a lot of people now, they can probably be doing something else. They can even be sleeping. But for you, you've invested time into this so that you can get it right once and for all. Okay, so congratulations for doing that once again. But you need to take action. You need to do things for you to start having that overnight riches and book sales. So if you pay close attention and follow the nuggets I'll be sharing here today, below are some of the results you should expect. Okay, this is a book I launched in 2013. So that should tell you that I've been doing this for a while. This is not just a year. This is not just 2 years. 2013 to that's over 5 years now. And this is the book I launched, and we started getting sales the same day we launched it. Okay, this is probably like 9 to 10 book sales in a day from this book that I launched. This is the book I shared with you earlier. These are proofs of people paying for it, and this is another book. I'm just showing you these different books in different markets so that you can know this system works effortlessly. Whatever market you are, even if you're a fiction writer, it's still going to work for you. Okay, the system, the blueprint works effortlessly for any market you are into. This is a romance, dating and romance market, and we've been doing a whole lot of sales from just that one book. Okay, so by the way, why should you listen to me? Yeah, you probably wonder, okay, yeah, you've seen some things, but why should you listen to me? Let me formally introduce myself. Who am I? My name is Benga Akinwale. I'm a writer, international best-selling author, and I have done it under different pen names in different markets. That is also the fact. I have done this under different pen names. I have personally sold thousands of books in different markets using my proven system since 2012. Then I've also helped hundreds of authors successfully launch their books into best-selling status. Okay, you won't be surprised that probably one of the best-selling books or one of your favorite authors has actually required my help to help them launch to the best-selling status. Yeah, because I've had a whole lot of authors come to me for help, and we've worked together to help them launch their book to best-selling status right here in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria. Yeah, but of course, some of these jobs required me to sign a non-disclosure agreement, which means I cannot mention their name in public to keep their profile up there. So I would just sign it out. But for real, I don't really care about disclosing author's name to make a point. If you can see the point, you can see my result. That's enough for you to know that this thing you're learning from me is just what actually works. Okay. I really don't care about the fame. That's also the fact. I really don't care about the fame. All I care is about impact and the freedom, the money, the freedom that comes with being an author, doing what I do, doing what I love to do, which is write, impact lives, and make money while doing it. Okay. And this is one of the books that my cousin and I wrote, which is in the Christian market, Christian book market, the Resourceful Christian. But there's a whole story behind this book that I'm going to share with you in a minute. Okay, I'm also the CEO of Lodrif Publishing, where I help writers publish their materials locally and internationally. We help writers in Nigeria publish their book internationally. We publish and help you distribute it internationally. And I've been working with others for over 3 years to create book marketing plans that help them sell thousands of books and hit their book sales target. Okay. All right. So this is me with a copy of my book that did thousands and thousands of sales. As a matter of fact, this book I actually, while doing a whole lot of sales, some smart author actually called me and said they wanted to buy the book right. Yes, I did. I sold it to the person. I sold the book right to the person. After, of course, I sold in 7 figures. It's not some small money deal. I made some good money selling the right off to another author. I think the person has changed the cover, made a whole lot of changes to it, but of course he's still making good money from it. This is a picture of me with the catalyst. If you're very conversant in the self-development world in Nigeria, you probably have come across his name. His name is Mr. Lanre Olushola. He's the author of the money book. This is the money book on Amazon. Amazon is the #1 best-selling, #1 bookstore in the whole world. Yeah, most best-selling authors in the world have their books published on Amazon. Okay. That's his book. You can see I circled the red so that you can see the Amazon book money book, and you can see that the catalyst now Olushola, and this is publisher. That's what I did this job 2015. Lodrif Publishing. That's just to show you a bit of proof of the things the people I've worked with and the things I have done in the book publishing industry. Okay, and these are other books. This is Outstanding Teachers Training. This is a recent book 2018. This is another one. For a business owner in the US that we did this year. The book has been doing really good for him, and it's opened a whole lot of doors for him. You can see publisher Lodrif Publishing, then Emergence of a Champion. This is a book I did some years back for one a Nigerian author actually. So enough about me. Let's talk about you and how you can guarantee mind-blowing sales. What does selling thousands of copies of your book mean to you? Okay, I always like to start with this because it's really important. What does this mean to you? Some people, they don't even have an objective, they don't have a goal for selling thousands of copies of books, but I really want us to get this clear because this will actually motivate you to take the right steps for you to get the results you want. Okay, so maybe for you it's financial freedom and independence from book royalties. Yes, that was one of the major reasons I started writing books. Aside from being impactful, impacting lives, touching lives, one of the things I wanted to do was actually make money, which is residual and passive income from my book royalties. The another point is maybe for you is make you an authority, influencer, famous in your industry. We have seen people use books to make themselves authority in their industry. Or maybe for you is impact and touch lives, or probably start a new business, get more sales leads for your existing business, or probably for you is personal branding, or you want to leave a legacy. Okay, because I personally I've worked with people that it's not even about the money. They have the money, but they want to leave a legacy behind when they are gone, and that is why they've written a book. Yeah, we've worked with people like that. If you actually want to get that kind of result, yeah, you can give me a call, send an email, then we can actually work. You can work with my team of world-class writers, editors to help you put your book, put your words on paper. Okay, so whatever the motivation to become an author is, you can't achieve your goals if people are not accessing or buying your books. No matter if you publish 5,000 books, if you can't get into the hands of people that are going to read it, it is not going to work. It's just an effort wasted. Okay, so your main goal, I've always told most authors and writers that writing the book is just 30% of the job. Okay, the 70% of it is getting the book in the hands of the people that you wrote the book for, the readers. That is where your job lies. Okay, so whatever the motivation is for you, you can only achieve your goals when you know how to get these books into the hands of the potential readers. So on this online masterclass, we're going to dive down into the meat now of this masterclass. Here's what you will discover today. The 3 deadly mistakes most authors make that spell the doom of their book before it hits the market. And number 2, how to avoid these mistakes and what is required of you to finally become a best-selling author, which I call your bestseller blueprint. Okay. So without much ado, 3 deadly author mistakes. Number 1 is failure to validate your book. Number 2 is failure to validate your audience. Number 3 is failure to have a book marketing plan. These are the 3 author mistakes, but we're going to dive into them one after the other. So number 1, failure to validate your book idea. Warning, that you have a book doesn't mean that people are ready to read it or they're actually even ready to pay for it. Okay, that you have a book idea, that a book idea pops up into you, it doesn't mean that it's guaranteed to be a bestseller. And that's one mistake a lot of writers in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria, make. Because you have a book idea, it doesn't mean people are ready to read it. And if some of them are actually ready to read it, but are not willing to part with their money to get it. So if you don't get this right, you have the book has already failed even before you start writing it. Okay. Which is why I developed this 5 book idea validating techniques. Number 1 is 5 seconds litmus test. Number 2, follow the light test. 3, buyer intent test. 4, volume test. And number 5, cash flow test. Number 1, 5 seconds litmus test. What does 5 seconds litmus test actually means? It means your potential reader should be able to know what your book is all about and know if it's for them in 5 seconds of seeing it. This thing just explains. 5 seconds litmus test explains itself. Your book, once your potential reader picks up your book, they should be able to know what the book is all about, and decide in less than 5 seconds if the book is for them or not. Now, there's this statistics online, that proves that you can only get hold people's attention for 7 seconds. Okay. So why I said 5 seconds is because they need to have made a decision before that 7 seconds does you have their attention. Okay, so that is why you see most people that actually create movies, you see that at the beginning it starts with something mind blowing so that they can keep your attention through the movie. If you go through or if you watch TV series, you actually see that at the beginning they start with something that brings up a lot of questions. Or they end a series with a lot of questions so that at the end of the day you want to actually watch the next episode of the series. So let me just to prove the point of what I mean by 5 seconds litmus test. This is a book. I'm going to share with you 3 books. Now this is a book, Eureka. Sorry, the examples I'm using on this online masterclass are not meant to spite the authors or downgrade their work. These works are perfect. They are good in their own right. I'm just using this for training purpose. I am not in any way this is a huge disclaimer. Actually, I'm not in any way demeaning or undermining the effort that these authors have put into their books. There are some of those books that have actually worked, yes, but I'm talking to people that are just starting their author career and that they don't have the names out there and all that, and they want to get it right the first time. Okay, so for Eureka, for you, are you looking at this cover now? Do you know what Eureka means? You don't know. So in 5 seconds, you don't know what it is for. You don't know what it means. So you move on. Dear leader, you don't know if this book is a political book. You don't know, maybe it's a fiction. You don't know if you don't know whatever this book is for. Okay, and this is another one. This is actually the one my cousin and I worked on. Lies and misconception you have been made to believe about Christianity. Is this book for Christian? Is it a research book? Is it a book that other people that are not Christians need to read to know about Christians? It's just the cover leaves so many questions unanswered, and that is why I said it failed the 5 second litmus test. And the fact is, when we launched this book, we were left in the dust. The book totally flopped in the market. Okay, one, we didn't even know how to sell the book. Two, we didn't even get it right before even writing the book. So the book was doomed to fail. Was actually practically created to fail. Okay, now let's look at the books that passed the 5 seconds litmus test. Okay, number 1, this is a book by a very good friend of mine, Ronald Nzomora. The book is Sell Your Brain, the A to Z guide to making millions every month selling your ideas, expertise, hobbies, and skills on the internet. Please, in 5 seconds, can you decide this book is for you? Of course, yes. You don't need to go go up and down to actually, or to think, to actually decide if this book is for you. If you actually want to make millions, you know that this book is for you. Yes, even the title is even intriguing. Sell your brain. Yeah, how do I sell my brain? Why do I need to sell my brain? All the questions you might have is already answered in the subtitle. That's a bestseller right there, and we actually work together on lots of his projects. This Sell Your Brain was was a massive bestseller. It did thousands and thousands of copies from this book, and the book actually opened a lot of doors for him. Okay, this is somebody you probably might know, Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within. This book, it's a #1, you can see #1 national bestseller. There's a reason why this book is #1 national bestseller. Okay, how to take immediate control of your mental, emotional, physical, and financial destiny. You can see this is an anatomy of a best-selling book, anatomy of a best-selling cover. You can see the third one, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Almost everybody has read this book by Robert Kiyosaki. You can see the book. The book just speaks what it's all about from the 5 seconds you're seeing it, and you can decide if the book is for you or not. The first time I bought Rich Dad Poor Dad, I didn't even know who Robert Kiyosaki was. I just bought it based on the cover, Rich Dad Poor Dad. What do we teach their kids about money that the poor and the middle class do not? Everybody, if you read this book, you know what you expect from reading the book. And see fiction covers too. This is from James Patterson, one of my favorite fiction authors. His books sell out, bestsellers every time, and you can see there's an anatomy for a best-selling cover. There's an anatomy for a best-selling book, and this is what he has put to practice on each and every one of his covers. So #2, follow the light. Follow the light simply means you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Simply follow where books have been published before and they are doing really well. That is just the simple analysis of follow the light. Where the light is, don't stay in the darkness. Don't be trying to create the light in the darkness. Just follow where the light is and make things easy for yourself. Okay. Buyer intent test. Buyer intent test simply means the book you are writing, the people there, are they willing to buy? Are they willing to buy? The thing is, for example, okay, there was an author that actually wanted to write a book on how to pass a jam. I told him he should not bother writing it, because these guys, they will prefer, the people that are going to write the book for how to pass a jam for, they will prefer to buy an iPhone 6, 7, or 8, or whatever they want to buy, or probably buy credit to call their boyfriend or girlfriends, than buy a book that will teach them how to pass jam, because they actually believe they will easily pass the jam. Mind you, less than 20% or 30% pass jam every year. So the intention is a noble one, but the people that you're writing it for, they are not interested in actually buying such book. Okay, so instead of writing how to pass jam, I'll probably position the book for parents of people that want to write jam, so that they can know what they can buy it for their kids, because they are going to have the intent so that their kids can pass jam. Okay, so the volume test, is your book for a small group of audience or a large group of people? So the fact is, if you write a book for 100 people, if you sell 100 copies, you are not, the fact is, I don't believe that's a best-selling book. You have not sold 1,000. As a matter of fact, the shelf life of a book is if some people, they sell 250 and they feel they've done good, that is rubbish. So if you have sold 100 to a small group, you have not done anything. So it's better you write a book that is for a larger group of people that have similar interests than writing for a small group. For example, look at this. If you write a book for this set of people, you probably sell to all of them, but you have not impacted so much people, just 7 people. But come to think of it, you write a book that targets these people that have similar interests. Yeah, you give yourself a chance to become a bestseller. So the last one is the cash flow test. Okay, cash flow test simply means that the audience, the people that are going to buy the book, do they have money to buy? If you are writing a book for probably a 7-year-old or 10-year-old, you don't expect he has the money or she has the money to buy the book. So you definitely need to reposition your book for the person that will be able to buy it for them to become a bestseller. So if you write it for a kid, targeting a kid, the book is bound to be a failure even before you even published a single copy, no matter what you do to it. So that is why I created this 5 tests, so that you can actually avoid the mistakes from before you even start writing your book. So do you see why validating your book idea can help you guarantee that your book will sell when it hits the market? If you agree with me, just nod your head right wherever you're watching this video and appreciate the test, the validating the book idea failure that about mistakes that a lot of people make. Now you understand what it is. Okay, and you can just give yourself a thumbs up because you are far ahead of people that have not heard this before. Okay, this is a testimony. Thank you for opening my eyes to the mistakes I would have made if I actually follow through with my book idea. I'm indebted to you because if I didn't meet you, I will probably be swimming in debt right now from publishing the book. Thank you so much, Mr. Benga. That was from an author that the one I made mention earlier that was going to write a book about jam. Okay, so the number two deadly author mistakes: failure to define your target audience. This helps you see the end goal from the beginning. Okay, if you actually define your target audience before you write your book, it saves you the stress of writing a book that for a wrong audience, and also save you the stress, or also give you a guarantee that your book is going to become a bestseller when you know that you are targeting the right audience. You are writing a book for the right audience. Okay, so ask these questions to validate your audience. Who are you writing the book for? Your potential book avatar. You need to create a book avatar, a potential reader, which is the people that are going to read your book. You need to create an avatar, have an idea of who they are, what they love, what they hate, their pain point, the solution preferred, the solution they prefer to the problem they are facing, the type of things that catches their attention. Those are the things you need to have answered, the questions you need to have answered before you even write a single word of your book. Okay, what are the things that attracts your audience? What are the things that attracts them? Okay, you need to understand what it is so that you can actually put these factors into your book for it to attract them. Can you easily reach them when you need to? See, this is one of the very, very big mistakes most authors make. Why would you write a book for somebody that you don't even know how to reach? It's just mind-blowing. For example, if you write a book for people that are on the social media now, it is easy for you to become a bestseller because you can actually reach them on Facebook through probably Facebook advertisements and all that. But if you write a book for somebody that doesn't even use a phone, how would you even get the person's attention? People don't go to libraries anymore. People don't go to bookstores to go and buy books anymore. So for you to try to go and put your books in bookstores, it will not probably get you the desired result you want in the record in a record time. Okay, so it's just a big mistake that most authors make. Okay, you need to be able to reach your audience when you need to. So if you know how to do that, then you are years ahead of other authors that are writing books right now. So why the book my cousin and I wrote and self-published failed? Okay, I actually wanted to talk about it so that you can learn from this mistake. And actually we did this because after I've actually learned the right way to get the book published and make it a bestseller, I actually revisited the book, and the result we got after it was totally mind-blowing. We got a lot of sales and we got a lot of testimonials, feedbacks from people that the book actually impacted their life positively. Okay, so this is the first cover. This is the one that the graphic designer did for us. Total rubbish. I cannot overemphasize this. It was a disaster. Okay, the book balancing the erroneous teachings and beliefs in the body of Christ. Like, oh man, how to live as a New Testament believer and not to fall into errors. Come on, this was there are a lot of authors that have actually made this kind of mistakes, and this is just why their books would not sell, because this book didn't even pass validating the book idea test. So 5 seconds test, it didn't pass it. Defining your audience, it didn't pass it. So why would the book become a bestseller? No matter how much you push it, it will not do well as if rather than if you have gotten it right the first time. Look at the second effort we actually tried. It was still not, even though this second one was better a bit than the first one, it didn't even get us the kind of result we wanted. Okay, so one simple question I always ask authors when I meet them is, who did you or intend to write your book for? If you can answer this, then you're getting it right. You're on the right path. But if you can't, I always know that the book is going to fail even before it hits the market. Okay, and this is a shocking fact. A book for everyone is a book for no one. So if I ask you a question and be like, okay, and I'm like, who are you? Who do you intend to write this book for? And you say like, well, everybody. I want to write it for every Christian out there. They should learn. Oh, come on, your book is going to fail. Stop that. That's the fact. You need to stop that. You need to write a book for a particular group of people. Christian is too broad. I'm telling you, Christian is too broad. So just niche it down, bring it down to a particular set of Christians that your book can talk to. And if other Christians now see it, they can actually buy it. But trying to target the whole Christendom, or trying to target Nigeria as a whole in your book, is going to make you struggle to make it a bestseller. Okay, so after discovering the 1 and 2 deadly author mistakes, this is what I did to our books. This is the bad one, and this is the lovely best-selling cover that I eventually came up with when I learned all these authors' mistakes. You can see the resourceful Christian. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think you will not be interested when you see resourceful? Resourceful is probably not the word. I don't think there's a word called that. I actually coined that out to pick people's interest. What does resourceful Christian mean? Look at the subtitle, How to Avoid the Lies and Misconceptions That Stop Christians, Born-Again Christians, from Accessing God's Original Plan. 1. Use the truth to get the prayers answered faster. 2. And enjoy a stronger relationship with God. So, in this cover, I'm talking to 3 types of Christians. The ones that want to access God's original plan for their life. The ones that want to know the truth so that they can get their prayers answered faster. And the third set of people is stronger relationship with God. This book, immediately we published it again, we were selling hundreds of copies every day. As a matter of fact, we actually got people calling in and telling us we should sell to them in bulk. That just made the book sell so much, even without our own effort, because we got tens of people calling us, booksellers calling us that please, we want hundreds of copies of your book, we want 200 copies of your book, we want 300 copies of your book, and we were selling it off at a discounted rate, but we were selling thousands and thousands of books month after month, because we actually avoided the 1 and 2 deadly mistakes authors make. And we got it right. We got everything right. By that time, I've created the bestseller blueprint, and we just put everything in the right places, and the book was selling right off the bat. And that's me holding the book after we republished it. So do you see why validating your audience can save you from wasting your time and money on what is guaranteed to fail before beginning? You see, me knowing those mistakes actually saved us a whole lot. The second time we ran this, and I was really happy about the result we got. And from then, I've never looked back. I've published more books after that sold thousands of copies, and I've also helped a lot of authors get the same result. Now that you have validated the book idea and you know that your audience is worth it, what next? Okay, so you've gotten the first one right, you've gotten the second one right. What next do you need to do? Of course, when you actually get it right, and when you actually have you have validated your book ideas and you have gotten your audience right, you now need to push the book out, okay? Because even when you go get those 1 and 2 right, you still need the third one, the third mistake. You still need to avoid the third mistake. You need to get the third step right, so that you can start getting massive results like this. This is May 14 to June 12, 2018. We did 751,000 from book sales. And this is this is March to April. We did 1 million in book sales. You can see these results are because we are following a blueprint. I'm following a step-by-step blueprint to get this kind of result I'm getting. Okay, so this leads us to the last deadly author mistake that most authors make, which is failure to have a battle-tested marketing plan. Okay, book marketing plan. If you don't get this particular, if I've gotten number 1, number 2 right, and you don't get the number 3 right, you are still, you might get to sell a few hundred copies, but you are not going to be selling thousands of copies. That's just the fact. So if you want to get to sell thousands of your books, you need to get this number 3 right. You need to have a battle-tested marketing plan. Who fails to plan plans to fail? This is, of course, I probably have heard that quote before, but I rephrased it to anyone who fails to plan is how his or our book will sell or become a bestseller as planned to make the book fail. That is just simple as that. If you don't have a battle-tested book marketing plan, in quote, your book will not become a bestseller. Okay, this Mr. Williams Randolph Hearst is one of the top guys in the 1880s that revolutionized the newspaper industry, and he made this wonderful quote that I keep telling people. Most of the authors I work with, I say, putting out a newspaper without promotion is like winking at a girl in the dark. Well intentioned but ineffective. No matter how handsome you are, no matter how good your book is, if your book is in your room and you're not putting it where the people that needs it are, it cannot become a bestseller. So basically, the third one is a very, very big whale in the pond. You need to get it right. You need to have a battle-tested book marketing plan. So contrary to old beliefs, books don't actually sell themselves when they don't have huge visibility, especially now that people don't go out of their ways to buy books. So let me just ask you this question. When was the last time you actually left your house to go and buy books? Just books. I'm sure probably once in the last 5 years, because people don't have that culture anymore of going out of their ways to buy books. Yes, you might be driving out and you see a book that catches your attention, you buy it. Good. That's just by chance, but you need to actually have a plan that actually brings the book to where your audience is. For example, if I write a book on weight loss and I put it at probably a pizza store, there's a probability that people that want it may actually buy it there. For example, let me use this example. If I go to the pharmacy and you see a book on weight loss, at the section whereby they see you see book, you see multivitamins to lose weight, you probably be interested in buying it. Okay, let me use another example. If you have cold water, if you are selling bottled water, chilled bottled water, then you put it out where people are passing in the sun. People are going to be asking for your bottled water easily. But if it's in your room, you are not going to sell as much as somebody that is in the sun selling to people that are going to be thirsty. So that's just the basic explanation of putting your book, giving huge visibility to your book. So number 2 is you have to bring the book to your audience and make them see why, if they don't get a copy, they are missing out on an information that can change their life that's for a non-fiction, or that can entertain them for a fiction book. Okay, so that's just it. You need to put your book where you need to make them see why they need to have it. Okay, simple. To achieve a bestseller status for your book marketing plan that are battle tested are the sure way to sell 1,000 copies of your book, even if your name is not known. It doesn't matter if your name is known or not known. Once you have a good book marketing plan, you are going to sell thousands of your book, because you're going to be following a roadmap that best-selling authors used to go from unknown to worldwide known to best-selling authors. Okay, so here's one thing that you can learn about becoming a bestseller from Davido and the Porsche story. If you have probably heard the song called Assurance, you probably heard the story of the Porsche. Now the Porsche cost him, they said the Porsche cost him by 45 million or so. But do you know that this Porsche was actually to market that song called Assurance? You can see Lagos Assurance. He did that to market the song. Every media that was created around that Porsche was to actually get people to go download that Assurance. And as a matter of fact, that very week that the Assurance dropped, the thing went to #1 on international on iTunes. People started downloading it because they wanted to hear the song he sang for the lady that he bought a Porsche for on her birthday. And I've learnt these things from most of these best-selling artists. I've learnt it from, I've worked with a lot of them. This is DJ Spino. I learnt it while working for one of the top media houses in Nigeria. I learnt all these things. These guys, even though they are celebrities, you know them, they still push a whole lot of weight into their marketing. Okay, they spend a whole lot while marketing their songs. This is DJ Spino and this is Denrile Edo. They put a whole lot of effort into their marketing, and this is Two-Face. Yeah, Two-Face is a legend in Africa, but mind you, Two-Face will not drop a song without marketing it. So it's just same thing. When you drop a book, you need to market it. Even though you are a best-selling author, even if you are already a best-selling author, you need to have a battle-tested marketing plan. All these guys, Davido has a blueprint of making his songs bestsellers, and that he keeps using it every time, from the types of songs he release, which is probably your type of book you release, to the audience he's serving, to the way he reaches them. He has everything written down that he can follow step by step, and that is why he's producing similar results on every song he's dropping. And you can see other artists that are not doing, that don't have that blueprint that he has, they are not getting the kind of results he gets. If Davido decides today and to release that same blueprint he has to other artists, you are going to see them start getting the same results he's getting. So what is book marketing plan? The book marketing plan simply means a carefully laid out plan to sell out every copy of your printed books or sell X book of your digital copy. So if you want to sell 5,000 copies of digital copies, book marketing plan will definitely help you get that result. Okay, this is the major difference between books that sell a few copies and ones that sell thousands of copies. Book marketing plan, having a battle tested book marketing plan, is one that sets the best-selling authors from ordinary authors. That's what sets them apart. Okay, having a book marketing plan. This is one major reason why most authors fail. Most authors don't have a book marketing plan. They just think that, okay, once I publish my book, the book will start selling. Or once I do a book launch, the book will start selling. It doesn't work that way. And I'm sorry to tell you that. As a matter of fact, I will never, ever waste my money to do a book launch anymore. Instead of that, I'll put that money into creating my book marketing plan and executing it to get the kind of result I want. That's just the way I do it right these days. I don't do any book launch anymore. I just simply execute my book marketing, the step-by-step book marketing plan, everything inside the Bestseller blueprint. I execute it on every book project I'm working on, and we get the same result every single time. Not once one has failed using this Bestseller blueprint plan system, the blueprint. Every time we've always gotten the same result, bestsellers after bestsellers. A little reorientation about books, okay? I need to also tell you this. I need to kind of reorientate you about books, okay? And make you understand better why things are different for best-selling authors, and why best-selling authors are getting those best-selling books out there, and the ones that are not getting, why they are not. Your book is a product. You need to find a market to sell it where the people that need it frequent. Just like Davido. Davido is selling his music to the people that wants to listen to it, and that's why he's becoming a best-selling musician, everyday artist. Recently, he just won the BET International Award. He's got a blueprint that produces best-selling songs every time, and he's not just singing them, putting them in a studio, or just uploading it to as a matter of fact, 2 exclusive are not just okay. They are still part of their marketing plan. Yeah, that's a fact. They're not just uploading it online, putting it on their, probably on their Facebook wall or on timeline, and expect it to become a bestseller. No, you see that once they drop a song, you are seeing the song on every TV station. You are seeing it on every blog. You are seeing the advertisement everywhere and all that. Instagram, social media, everywhere you are seeing it. You are seeing news about it. That is because they have a plan and they execute it every time, and that's why their songs become bestsellers every time. To sell 10,000 products doesn't happen by chance or luck. You need to have a plan, approach, blueprint, and execution. So if you want to sell 10,000 books, you need to have a battle-tested blueprint to be able to do that. And once you have a blueprint, you can always do that on every book you publish. So posting your book, and another thing is posting your book on your social media wall and tagging even all your friends will not make you sell thousands of copies. Even if you have 5,000 on Facebook, that doesn't mean that all the 5,000 will buy, or probably 1,000 of them will even buy. Because the fact is, not all of those people that are actually your friends on Facebook, they are probably going to be family members. They are probably going to be friends. They are going to be friends from church or your mosque and all that. So some of them are not going to be interested in what you've written your book about. So there's no way all of them will buy. And if they buy, they are probably going to be supporting you, not because they actually need the information. But if you put the information in the front of the people that actually need it, if you put the book in the front of people that actually, they are going to consume it like pure water in dry season, chilled pure water in dry season. Okay, so that's just it. Forget the social media posts. Yes, that can help your sales, but that shouldn't be your go-to plan. Okay, so 4 questions your book marketing plan has to answer. Number 1, what is the goal for your book? Do you want to impact people? Are you writing it because you have passion for it, or you want to leave a legacy, or you want to do profit, or it's both, or probably everything together? Okay, so you need to first define your goal for your book. How many copies do you intend to sell? You need to have that written down. How am I going to achieve my book sales goal? So once you have, if you decide, okay, this book I'm writing, I want to sell 1,000 copies, then you need to know how to achieve those 1,000 copies. How do I position myself so that my audience can see me? That's another question you need to answer. Then where do I intend to get the visibility for my book or myself? So those are the questions you need to answer. So things you need to hit your book sales goals easily. These are the things you need. Okay, start on the internet. This is by far the best way to start selling your books quickly. Forget selling offline. Start selling your book on the internet. That's the easiest way, because, for example, if you want to sell to any audience, there are around 70 million Nigerians on Facebook that you can sell your book to. Okay, so if you put everything right, hitting your sales goal is just going to be mathematical. So if you say, okay, if you get 1,000, if you get 5,000 people to come into under your influence, onto your platform, if 5,000 people come to your platform and you convert 10% of them, that's 500. If you 10%, if you convert 50% of them, that's 2,500 book sales. So it's going to become a mathematical calculation when you actually put your book on the internet to reach millions of Nigerians. Introduce yourself to your audience and win their heart, respect, and love, and they will buy your book and become your living sales machine. Okay, once you can introduce yourself to your audience the right way, they will keep buying your book. Then build an audience platform, which is I call this the automatic book selling system. Okay, automatic book selling system is a system that helps you sell your book even while you are sleeping. Okay, once you set it, I call it the set and forget automated book selling system. That's why I call it automated, because once you set it up, the thing will continue to produce the kind of result you want. So if you want to produce 1,000 sales, the automated book selling system will produce that 1,000 book sales for you. And this is an example of an automated Bestseller's automated book selling system. Yeah, this is exactly what I use. This is what I give to my to the authors I've worked with. Yeah, the number one box is the bribe, which is they come into your environment. I call it your platform. You give them something free, probably a free book or whatever you give them. They opt in, they give you their information, their name and their email. Then from there they come to your sales page. Your sales page is where you sell your book. Okay, when you sell your book, this is where you start getting the sales. Probably from here, for example, if you get 10,000 to visit your page, this is your bribe page, which I call the lead magnet page, and you have like 5,000 to opt in to give you their name, their information, their name, phone number, or email, or probably everything, or just one of them. Then they come to the sales page. Then those 5,000 sees your sales page. They see your book, the information about your book. There's a way we write this thing that makes them want to get the book. So they see it's probably out of the 5,000 that picks it, 1,000 of them, out of the 5,000 that sees the page, 1,000 of them buys the book, or probably 500, and you're selling the book, probably you're selling the book for 2,500. You can do the math. You're already doing more than $1 million from your book already, which is probably not that easy when you're doing it offline. When you do that, when they order the book, they'll come to this OTO. I call it the one-time offer. That one-time offer is this is what I do for most of my authors. When you buy the book, which is probably the PDF, or you buy the physical copy here, when you come here, I offer you a bundle, which is you get the PDF, you get the physical copy, you get the audio, and you also get a video training. So, for example, if I sell this for 2,500, the one-time offer is usually a bundle. I might sell it for 5,000 or 10,000 naira. Then once they get it again, then they come to the confirmation page where they get the information. So from here, I get all the information. So I can send, if I sell the PDF on the sales page, on my OTO page, I send them the physical copy and the audio copy. Then they get everything on the confirmation page. I confirm them, tell them thank you for buying this. Then they get this is your order. Then the information, the physical book will be shipped to their address. So this is an example of a best-selling automated book selling system. So if you do this right, what kind of result do you expect? Okay, this is another book of mine. I called it the SIP system. These are the results that I got. This in 2014. This is another book in 2015, PIB. I called it PIB system. It's a book in another market. We did a whole lot of I think this book did around 2,000 in like 3 months or thereabout. This Dollars Advantage, this one has done over 5,000 copies already, and the book is not 1,000 naira book, it's actually 5,000 naira. And this book I've actually used. From this book I've done a whole lot of seminars. I've released subsequent products that these same people bought all over again. This is in March. I released the book in March, and you can see that's over 245 sales in probably a week or so. And this is in October. This is 7 months difference, and we are still selling. So you can imagine how much we sold. So when I say 5,000, I'm actually minusing book sales so that people don't feel like he's just lying. Because this, if you use this best-selling blueprint system, this technique revealed in your best-selling blueprint is just going to produce the same result for you. We have had thousands, we have had numerous authors use this same system, this same blueprint to launch their book to best-selling status. Are other people using this method successfully? Yes, this is my main man. We are very good friends. His name is Patrick. I call him the 30 million man. He actually used the same blueprint to launch a product of his, and the product did 30 million. As a matter of fact, recently he was chatting me up that the book has actually done way more than 30 million. Okay, and well, I will tell you, we'll get to him in a minute. Okay, you get to meet him later. Okay, using the same system, he did over 30 million from just one book product, just one book, and he did 30 million. Can you imagine that? And the thing is, he didn't do a single book launch. He didn't do all this traditional book launch. He didn't rent a hall, do item 7, invite people and people come and eat his rice, and he didn't do that. Using the same system, the bestseller blueprint, he actually launched a single product to making 30 million in a year. Yes, in a year. All right. So with all these things, are you convinced? Are you convinced that this is actually what you've been missing? This is the missing puzzle. This is the missing piece of the puzzle that you have actually needed all the way in your author journey or in your writer journey. Okay. Are you convinced? Okay. So for the past about 1 hour, you will see you've been with me for the past 1 hour or so. You will agree with me, it's been a time well spent. You've learned some cool stuff, obviously. I want to believe that right now. But there's no way I can actually explain to you in details everything I know about helping your books become bestseller in 1 hour or two. We spend around 1 hour now. There's no way I can actually do all this in 1 hour. Okay, it's going to take me hours, a lot of time to actually break it down, go into example and show you the how. We have actually explained what it is to you, but showing you the how and showing you examples upon examples of how to get all these results, I can't do that in 1 hour. So now imagine that in the next 3 days, you can validate your book ideas using the 5 diligence tests, not just knowing them, but using them practically. You now know what the 5 validation tests are, but you probably don't know how to actually put them to use, how to use them to validate your book idea. You imagine now you know how to do that. You know exactly how to define and validate your audience to be sure if they are worth your time and money invested. You know how to create custom built marketing plan for any book idea you have. And you know how to crank out book ideas and make the books a bestseller. Not just becoming a best-selling author by chance. Of course, a lot of people can do that, but we are talking about a system that you can replicate every time, over and over again. So if you drop a book this year, you are guaranteed to become a bestseller. If you drop a book next month, you are guaranteed to become a bestseller. As in, every time you drop a book, that you release a new book, it's guaranteed to become a bestseller. Won't that be really, really cool? Won't that be awesome? As in awesome? Yeah, of course it will be. I believe that. So now, can I ask you a simple question? A simple question that can actually change everything for you right now. What if there's a system that actually shows you all these things, that actually helps you get every of your book to a best-selling status? A book that can finally, a system, a blueprint that can finally help you get the kind of results you need and desire, or you deserve, by repeatedly selling truckload of your books. There's a system that shows you how to validate, a system that shows you how to validate your book idea, validate your audience, and sell truckload of your books. As a system that builds large following of people who know and respect you. One, a system that helps you build or that shows you how to build an automated book selling system. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Okay, having a proven blueprint that guarantees truckload of book sales every time, repeatedly, wouldn't that be wonderful? I'm sure you definitely want to have that kind of system, and a system that shows you how to turn your book sales into a bigger business. Okay, I'm going to share a feedback from one of my very good friends too. His book, I talked about him earlier. His book has opened doors to a lot of businesses for him. So wouldn't you love to actually know how to do that? If there's a system like that, would you love to have it? I want to believe that you are saying, you are nodding your head yes right now, because the fact is, it wouldn't just make sense if you invest thousands of naira, 500,000 or thereabout to publish a book that probably will not sell in the market, and you invest 500,000 naira into publishing it, and you don't even know how to sell those 500,000, or you don't know how to sell those 1,000 copies that you have spent 500,000 naira to publish. It wouldn't make sense. But what if you have a system that can guarantee that any book you drop today will definitely become a seller? Would you love to have that? Okay, then cool. Let's go ahead. Well, there's a system like that. So you should be jumping on your chair now. Be happy that there's actually a system that can help you achieve a best-selling status every single time you release a book, and it is called your bestseller blueprint. How to sell 1,000 copies of your book in 30 days or less, and do it over and over again using automated book selling system. This is a full training. This is a full training, in-depth training that explains to you what is required of you to become a bestseller. How to sell thousands of your book over and over again using automated book selling system. Okay, and the mind-blowing thing about applying these steps in the YBB is you can sell thousands of your book not just once. You can actually do it. You can, it's not just selling 1,000 copies. No, you can actually sell over and over, and you can actually sell more than 1,000. Like for me, I've done thousands. If I'm to add the copies of books I've sold in different niches, I've sold over 30,000 or 40,000 copies. Yes, in Nigeria and internationally. Yes, I've published a lot of books internationally under different pen names that have gone on to sell 1,000 copies in a single month. Okay, so this same system is exactly what I've been using. So imagine you not just selling 1,000 copies, but selling 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, printing and repeating your book over and over again. And tons of my friends and coaching students have done it. This is Mr. Ronald Nzimora, the author of Sell Your Brain. See, this is what he said. He said, using the techniques revealed inside your best-selling blueprint, Sell Your Brain has sold over 15,000 copies and opened doors to more businesses for my company. This is this picture. I got a picture why he went to watch Nigeria in Russia, the World Cup. He went to World Cup to watch the World Cup himself. He's a fun-loving guy. He's super dope, very cool friend of mine. Sell Your Brain, that book alone has done 15,000 copies. Just using the same system, the blueprints revealed inside Bestselling Blueprint. Okay, there's Mr. Tony Omotosho, very good friend of mine. These are best-selling authors that are using the same system. Look at what he said. He said, having an automated book selling system has helped me sell over 30,000 copies of books and products in different markets. One mind-blowing thing I love about it is that it makes selling easy, and you don't even have to talk to anyone. And this is just one good thing about the system, the bestseller blueprint. Okay, the system revealed inside this blueprint, you don't even have to be hawking. You don't hawk your book. Nobody needs to hawk your book, because your book will sell itself using the automated book selling system. It will, and you can see that from this testimonial from Mr. Tony Omotosho. The nugget I've been sharing with authors proved so effective that requests to have me put the ideas together became definite. For me to actually come up with this thing and decide, okay, let me put this thing into one thing. I've had a lot of authors begging me, please, Mr. Binga, just put this thing into a book, into a training, because not just us will benefit from it, but this will also benefit like thousands and thousands of Nigerian authors, even people outside Nigeria, because I've actually given this to international authors, and they are mind blown right now. They are mind blown that they actually have a blueprint that they can follow every time, step by step, to get desired result every time they use it. Okay, and this is the first time ever that I'll be putting everything I know about selling thousands and thousands of books, product, ebook in one single place. I have never done it before. Never in my career of publishing books and making a bestseller have I done this thing in one, as in putting everything together in one single place. No way. And this is the first time, so you count yourself lucky for actually watching this video to this point and discovering this right now. Okay, the fact is, just laying your hands on your bestseller blueprint, the training course, you can be assured that your book is guaranteed to become bestseller by selling thousands of copies. You can finally impact lives just like you have always wanted. You can print 1,000 copies without the fear, because you know you have a blueprint to sell it all and still reprint more. I've had authors come to me and be like, I don't know how to sell my copies. So all I just, we sit down and we create their book marketing plan, we create their bestseller blueprint, and they go back, use it, execute it, they sell the 1,000 of copies in less than a month, and they go back to reprint more. Because when you have a blueprint, you are guaranteed that, okay, if I print 1,000 copies, my money is not going to be tied down for years. So you can, and lastly, you can tell traditional publishers to go look for some uninformed authors to exploit, but not you, because now you are informed, you even know way better than them. Imagine how impactful and profitable your author journey will be when you have a blueprint to sell 1,000 copies of your book over and over again using your bestseller blueprint. What will you get inside the bestseller blueprint video training? What are the things that I'll be sharing with you inside the whole blueprint, bestseller blueprints? Number one, the module one is what I call the bestseller pre-writing secret. How to guarantee your book to be a bestseller even before you write a single word, using the 5-book idea validation test. That's number one. And how to remodel and reposition your old books to become bestseller. This is for people that have published some books and the books are staring at them inside their room, and they just get the books is even tired of seeing them every day, and they are tired of seeing the book. So I've created in this pre-writing module, there's a way you can reposition your book to actually become a bestseller. Okay, module 2, bestseller book design secret. How to come up with titles that sell the book to the target audience without you explaining, number one. Then this bestseller book cover secret and how to deploy them for your book covers. Module 3, the bestseller content design secret. How to create a can't drop until I finish effect for your book. That's a secret I learned from one of the bestseller, the guy that wrote Persuasion, Robert Cialdini. Is a master writer, and I learned that secret from him. And since I've been putting it in my books, I've been getting that effect. People tell me that, man, I picked up your book and I couldn't drop it until I read it to the last word. And this just makes me happy as an author, okay? You're going to get that secret in that module 3. And you're going to get one secret best-selling authors used to sell their future book inside the present book. That's one of the secrets the people like Tony Robbins, Les Brown, all of these top guys, best-selling guys used to sell the book they have never released. Yes, there's a technique they use to sell the book they have not released in the book they are actually presently selling. Then another, crafting a kick-ass table of content that makes potential buyer beg to pay for the book even if they don't know you. Alright, so in module 4, the bestseller marketing blueprint, this one I call the number one is the step-by-step of creating a book marketing plan that will help you achieve the book sales goal you set for yourself, even if it looks like a daunting task. Number 4 module will explain everything to you step by step. How to create an auto platform, automated book selling funnel that attracts, connect with, and sell your books to your potential reader on autopilot. Which means even when you are selling, this automated book selling system will be attracting your audience, will be connecting with them, and will be selling your books to them even while you are sleeping. How to make, as a matter of fact, you probably should know by now that I didn't sell 30,000 or more or more hawking the books on the street. No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, I used this automated book selling system. All my friends that have been doing this, they use this automated book selling funnel to attract, connect, and sell their book. Okay. And then the top point is how to make your readers buy multiple books from you and never get out of giving you their money. Okay. This is another secret that will be revealed in module 4. Then module 5, the bestseller more money technique. Okay, one secret I used to increase the price of my book and still sell more copies than when it was at low price. Yeah, the fact is, when we first released the book by my cousin, we wrote together, we actually priced it, I think, around 1,000 naira, and we struggled to sell. And when I republished it, I was selling it for 2,000 naira, 2,005, and people were buying it happily, and they were sending feedbacks, reviews, happy about the book. So you can imagine that if I didn't understand all the secrets I put together inside the bestseller blueprints, do you think I'll be able to get more money from the book? No. So I might even, there are some people that have sold 1,000 copies, but what would you make when you're selling your book for 200 naira and you're selling 1,000 copies? That's 200,000 naira. As a matter of fact, I get that from just selling 20 of my books sometimes. I get as much as 200,000 naira from selling 20 of books of my books and products. So I'll reveal the secret module 5. Then often overlooked techniques to make more money from book buyers. Then we'll reveal this in module 5. Can you see how much value you're getting once you get your bestseller blueprint? Can you see the training, the bestseller blueprint training is packed full with value, with system techniques that you're going to use to sell out your books, sell out your products, sell out anything you want to sell. Okay? Because this system has been time tested, it has been tested over and over. I've tested it myself, I've used it, it has worked, I've given it to authors, hundreds of authors, and they are using it to get the same best-selling status for their books. So you can you see the value you're going to get from this training right there? So as a matter of fact, I can comfortably offer you this best-selling blueprint at a 6-figure cost, and it should be a justified price, because giving you this, the whole thing is like me pouring everything I've learned over my career of publishing books over 6 or 7 years now, and I'm just giving it over to you. That's just basically what it means, and I can actually charge 6 figures for it, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. After all, published authors and writers have paid more to hear me talk for a few hours. Yes, I've been holding classes, seminars, teaching people how to do this, and they have been paying. There was the last training I did, people paid 50,000 naira to watch me explain this system to them, and they were really happy about what I shared with them. Okay, this is a cross section of one of the classes I had some years back. Okay, and these people paid good money to listen to me review my system to them, and most of them have gone on to become bestsellers in their market. Okay, and this is another one that I held recently too, sharing with people how to actually become best-selling authors, and these people went back very happy. And the fact is, I didn't share everything I'm sharing with you inside the bestseller blueprint with them, and time won't even be enough. As in, that's just for the time when I do all these trainings, I don't even have enough time to share everything inside that I reveal inside your bestseller blueprint. But they still go back home happy, thanking me later for showing them what they need to succeed as an author. One of them, an Abakaliki-based young lad, even bought me this watch in appreciation. Yes, that's the picture of the watch and Hublot. Yeah, I was really happy because it's just an happy thing for people to appreciate you for what you're doing. With your bestseller blueprint, you will be assured of no more throwing your money in the fire and expecting it to grow. Of course, a lot of people do that. That's what I tell most authors that publish 1,000 books and they don't know how to sell them. I tell, guy, why are you throwing your money in the fire and expecting it to grow? It will burn. So that's just the simple fact. Okay, because at the end of the day, if you publish 1,000 books, eventually rats will start chopping, eating the book when they are hungry, because they will not even have anything to read in your book. Okay, you can be assured that your next book will become a bestseller. That is a guarantee. And you can use the knowledge from this training to make your old books that didn't do well start selling like a just published book in front of hungry buyers. Okay, these are the things you will get once you lay your hand on the bestseller blueprint video training. Is that all you get when you grab your bestseller blueprint? Is that all? As a matter of fact, right now, with everything you're going to get in each module of your bestseller blueprint, you are well covered to start becoming a bestseller. But I don't want to leave you like that. I want to give you more. I want to give you so much reasons that you know that you have to get this right away. You can't wait a single minute extra not having your bestseller blueprint in your life, in your career, because on your author journey, it's a must. It's like a standard for you. I make it compulsory for every author that come across me. It's a standard. You must have the training, your bestseller blueprint training, video training, so that you can go through it and replicate the result that I and hundreds of authors have been getting. Okay, so is that all? Not close. I have more. Okay, so let's just get into it one after the other. I want to make sure you have everything every best-selling author have in their toolkit that guarantees book sales success over and over. So what else do you need? Apart from the video training, what else do you need? Softwares and tools. Yeah, softwares and tools. These are the things that softwares are like machines that work on behalf of authors online, that makes their job easy, that makes selling of our books easy. So you need all these tools too. I can't just give you the training and not give you the softwares and tools that has helped me and helped hundreds of authors become bestseller. So the number one tool is, number two is called the Total Drag and Drop. It's actually a WordPress builder. A WordPress is a website platform that helps you build a website easily. Okay, so this Total WordPress team is a tool that helps you build your author website and customize it to look just the way you want it. So you see all those Tony Robbins sites, all those big sites you're seeing out there. Most of them are actually created using this tool. Okay, and the value of it is $59. I actually purchased the resale right so that I can actually give it to the authors that get a bestseller blueprint. The value of it is 21,525 naira presently. Then the number two software is called the Instant Builder. Instant Builder software is a drag and drop tool that helps you build book funnel in 8 minutes and saves you $197. That's 71,905 naira. I purchased the reseller rights today so that I can give it to you as part of your training so that you can build your automated book funnel. Inside the training, I'm going to show with you how to build your automated book funnel, book selling funnel. Then the tool that I use to build it, you're also going to get it free of charge. That means you're not going to go outside to pay extra. You're not going to go outside to pay 71,000, which I could actually make money from if you buy it through my link, but I'm going to give you free of charge so that you can know that this is not about it's not about myself, it's about me helping you, it's about you getting the kind of result so that my name can actually be mentioned in your author journey, and you can tell people that, okay, meeting Mr. Gbenga Akinwole has actually changed my story as an author. Okay, then if you put this together, the total value of it is 94,440. Okay, so what would you get if today? Now, if you get bestseller blueprint today, you're gonna get the bestseller blueprint, which I put at the value of 50,000 naira. Then you're going to get your bestseller software, which is 94,440 in value. In total value, you're going to be getting 144,440 naira in value when you get bestseller blueprint today, right today. Okay, so what else do you need? Is it just the blueprint, the software? Is that all you need? No, of course. Like I told you, I'm not going to be leaving you to hang out dry. I'm going to give you everything in my arsenal, everything as a best-selling author, everything that has helped me become a best-selling author. I'm going to give it to you today when you get that best-selling blueprint training course that cost. So what else do you need right now in the bestseller blueprint training? Okay, I called it the checklist and the template. Okay, this checklist and the template are what the exact things you need to monitor your progress. Okay, one of the biggest mistakes most people make is knowing what to do but not having a checklist, which is, okay, number 1, do this, number 2, do this, number 3, do this, number 3, number 4, do this. It makes your job easy. And I've come up with all these checklists and templates so that all my authors, all the people that get the bestseller blueprint can actually know where they are, what they need to do, how they need to do it step by step, and get the kind of result they want to get. So I call them the checklist and templates. Number 1 checklist is the book validation checklist. This guides you as you go through the book validation process so that you don't miss out anything. The value is 5,000 naira. The book cover checklist: get your book design right the first time. You don't need, you see, by now you should know that your book cover is one of the most important things in your book, for your book to become a bestseller. And you need this checklist to be able to get it right the first time so that you don't go reprint and reprint, just like the mistake I made on one of my books that I shared with you earlier. Okay, so the value of it is 5,000 naira. The book launch checklist: having a checklist to follow when you are about to launch a new book takes out all the guesswork and you concentrate on what really matters. Okay, the value is 5,000 naira. The book marketing checklist. Not having this checklist can spoil the doom of your book. Yes, this is one of the most important checklists that I presently use, and I also give to my authors. You need to have a book marketing checklist that you can just check to know where you are and what you've done, what you need to do. That's value at 5,000 naira also. Then the best title checklist, a checklist of what it entails to have a best-selling book title, 5,000 naira. Target audience checklist, a checklist of what you need to do to define and validate the audience you are writing your book for. Value is 5,000 naira. If you put all this together, the book validation checklist, which is 5,000 naira, book cover checklist, book launch checklist, book marketing checklist, book title checklist, target audience checklist. These 6, the total value is 30,000 naira. And if you put everything together now, so what would you be getting? Okay, you'll be getting your bestseller booking, which is 50,000 in actual value. You'll be getting your bestseller software, 94,440. You will also get the bestsellers checklist and templates, which is 30,000 in value. The total value you'll be getting will be 174,440. Okay, so what else? What else do you need right now? Okay, I've also included a bonus, which I call the bestseller case studies. Okay, this bestseller case studies can actually, you will be able to see exactly what successful book launch is, what is successful book funnel case study, a book funnel that actually did thousands of sales. You will see what it is, how it was created, and the result the person got from it. Okay, then a successful author website case study. I'm going to actually use one of the successful author websites that we have created, or from the authors we have worked with, or from best-selling authors that I know. I'm going to do a case study for you so that you can see what it entails, so that when you are creating yours, you know the ingredients to put in on your author website, you know the ingredients to put in your automated book selling funnel. So the total value of that is 70,000 naira. I'm going to put the price on this case studies. I'll sell it for 70,000 naira. So what would you be getting when you get the bestseller blueprint video training right now? You'll be getting your bestseller blueprint, the value of 50,000 naira. You'll be getting your bestseller software, 94,440 in value. You'll be getting the bestseller checklist and templates, 30,000 in value. You will also get the bestseller case study, which is 70,000 naira in value. If you put the total value you'll be getting to today, right now, when you grab a copy of your bestseller blueprint video training, you'll be getting a total value of 244,440 in total value. That is in naira. And these things, if you go out there to try and get these things, you will actually have to shell out this thing in actual money from your pocket. If you go out to go buy this bestseller software, you will see it right there on their website. This is not a software I created myself. This is a software that bestsellers that have gone before me are using, and that I actually bought myself with my money so that I can use. And I bought the reseller license so that I can also give it to bestsellers and to give it to authors to also start achieving their bestseller status. So if I'm actually selling these softwares alone, the reseller rights, I'll probably get 94,000 naira for that. Aside from the training, which is me giving you everything I've learned over 6 and 7 years of publishing books, making the bestseller. Even though I put the 50,000 naira value in it, is way more than that. Okay, so the total value you'll be getting is 244,440 naira. So if all this value, if all this did was, you know how to sell 1,000 copies of your book without stress over and over, will it be worth you paying 244,440 right now? Because this same question are questions I've asked people that come to for a one-on-one plan to execute their marketing plan. I've asked them this question, and most of them, as a matter of fact, most of them paid way more than this anyway. So when I ask them, they are like, "Wow, this is mind blowing. If I can sell 1,000 copies of my book, just imagine this: if you sell a 1,000 copies, if one copy of your book is 1,000 naira, and you sell 1,000, that is 1 million. So will you paying 244,000 naira to get the knowledge, to get the tools, to get the checklist, to get the case studies, to be able to achieve this 1,000 copies? Would it be worth it to you? I want to believe you're saying yes, wherever you are right now. So okay, also if this actually help you share your message with more people, will it be worth it? Will it be worth it for you to become an established author? Would it be worth it for you to become a well-known, an influencer, an authority in industry? Would it be worth it to pay 244,000 naira, 440 for this power in your hand? Would it be worth it? Of course, it's definitely worth it. And lastly, you can finally see how best-selling authors are doing it, so you can copy them. Will it be worth it for you to actually, just like you sitting down with Anthony Robbins, and Anthony Robbins sharing the same technique he has used to sell over 9 copies of his book that sold 1 million copies? Would it be worth it for you to pay 200,000 now to get the same blueprint? Anthony Robbins, myself, Mr. Patrick, my friend, Mr. Ronald Zimura, Mr. Toyin, and all these best-selling authors, would it be worth you to pay 244,440 to get the same blueprint they are using? Of course, yes, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. But the fact is, I won't actually ask you to pay anything close to that. Yes, I don't want to, I will not be doing that. Yes, it's not that, it's definitely worth it, but I won't be asking you to pay anything close to that. You are probably suffered in the hands of vendors. You still have books unsold if you're a published author. And if you are yet to publish, you want to get it right the first time, and you probably don't have that much money. As a matter of fact, I've met a lot of authors that told me that I've not published my book because I don't have what my publisher is asking for. I don't have 350,000, I don't have 500,000 to publish 1,000 copies that they said I should publish. So I won't be actually asking for the total actual value of what you are getting, okay? Because I want you to make it the easiest decision you are going to make right now, so that you can kickstart your bestseller journey. Okay, so I won't be charging you anything close to the real value of your bestseller blueprint and everything that comes with it. Okay, in fact, you will be investing, you won't be investing up to 10% of the actual value you get when you get your bestseller blueprint. So you will not even be paying 10% of 244,440 naira when you get the bestseller blueprint, because I want to take away every reason of you not getting it right now. I want to take it out. I want you to get the result. I want you to start getting results. I don't want you to spend another money printing books that you don't know how to sell. I don't want you to even write a single word of your book anymore. I don't want you to write a single word of the next book without getting this bestseller blueprint. So I'm taking away every doubt. I'm taking away every reason that might stop you from getting your bestseller blueprint today. So instead of you paying 244,440, I'm going to give you everything. Your bestseller blueprint with everything, the case study, the softwares, the checklist, the bonuses. You are going to get it for 19,999 naira for today. Imagine that. You're going to get everything, the bestseller, everything that I have used to sell thousands and thousands of my books in different markets. What the same blueprint that all these best-selling authors that you know have been using to achieve best-selling status, you're going to get it for just 19,990 naira. Instead of you paying 244,440, you're going to be spending 19,999 naira today. If you go to this link below, which is www.yourbestsellerblueprint.org/go. If you go to that link right now, you are going to be able to access this training right away for just 19,999 naira today. Because I want you to get started immediately. That's why I'm doing all this. If I actually wanted to, if I really don't care about you right now, I'll probably make you pay that 244,440, because that's the actual value. It is not a made up number. Even if you think my training is not worth 50,000 naira, which of course is definitely worth way more than that, because I've had people come to my seminar just to spend 4 hours with me and they pay 50,000 naira. You can see, you saw the pictures. They pay that. My training, for me to even put everything together, sit down for weeks, start creating videos, editing, putting everything together, all the things I've learned over years, I've perfected, putting together so that you can have it. One of the softwares you're going to be paying for that I didn't actually create, that I actually had to pay money for so that you can have it for free. All the checklists, all the templates that I've created, all the case studies that I've put together just to make sure that you get the best result you can get, so that you can become a best-selling author. And I'm going to be so that my name can be in your story, that okay, I got this training from Mr. Benga and it changed my whole experience as an author. It changed my experience as a writer. I became more confident. I knew exactly what I needed to do to sell thousands and thousands of my book. That is the kind of result I want you to get immediately, and that is why I've dropped it down to 19,999 naira, so that you can get it, so that you won't have any excuse not to get it today. But I even want to go further, okay? I call this the fastest fingers first, okay? I call it's actually a fast action bonus for anybody that actually do that today. I'm going to give you something for free. If action takers out there, for the fast action takers out there, if you order right now and get this product, which is the bestseller blueprint with everything that comes with it, I'm going to give you this for free. For the first 30 authors, writers who get your bestseller blueprint training, now you are going to get behind the scene of how the 30 million naira man made so much from one product. Yes, I'm actually going to make Mr. Patrick, I'm going to force him, I'm going to compel him, yeah. I've actually done that anyway, to reveal every secret, everything he did to actually make 30 million from just one single product. You can imagine how much that is worth to you right now. That is definitely worth more than anything that I've ever talked about, that you get as part of the bestseller blueprint. Is way more than the software you're getting. Because for me to compel Mr. Patrick to reveal this secret, yes, it's a relationship that has been built over years, and that is why I could do that for you, so that you can actually get the result he is getting. Imagine you dropping a book and you are doing 10 million from just one book. Okay? You are doing millions of naira from just one book. This case study alone, this behind the scene reveal that Mr. Patrick did alone is totally priceless. I can't even put the value. I can't put the value on it, because once you get the secret, that means every product you drop is a million maker. Okay, it's definitely a bestseller. Okay, just using this cutthroat techniques is going to be sharing in the behind the scene video that we recorded some weeks back. Okay, just for you. Then I also want to share with you another tool, which is for the people, the 30 authors that actually see the passion that I have for you to get results, and will immediately get the copy of your bestseller blueprint training right away. I'm going to give you the best-selling author training courses that I actually purchased to get the kind of results I've been getting. Because the fact is, I believe learning it doesn't end. I learn every day. Okay, so I learn from best-selling authors to get the kind of results I'm getting. I didn't come up with all these things myself. No, I didn't. I learned from the people that have done it before, and that's why I'm getting the kind of result I'm getting. That's why my friends are getting the kind of result they are getting. Patrick didn't come up with everything he's doing. He got it from learning from people that have done it before. Okay, and everything is what you're going to be getting in your bestseller blueprint. But I'm also going to actually give you some of the materials I personally studied to be able to achieve my best-selling status with every product, with every ebook I drop every time. The first one is for Facebook ads for authors by Mark Dawson. If you just Google Mark Dawson online, you will see what this guy has done. In the training, he revealed how to use social media adverts for effective lead generation and book sales. He explained it in depth and broke it down totally so that you can know how to use Facebook advertisement. This, like I told you earlier, selling 1,000 copies of your book is not about posting on your wall and tagging friends. No, you have to run ads. Imagine running ads for less than 20 naira, 10 naira. Running ads for 1,000 naira and selling like 10 copies of your book or 20 copies of your book. Won't you want to get that kind of result? And these are the kind of things you can learn from this best-selling blueprint, from getting a copy of your best-selling blueprint. And Mr. Mark Dawson actually revealed everything in his training course. I learned a lot of things going through his training course. And another thing he reveals is how you can become the next, how he is becoming the next Ian Fleming of James Bond series. Yes. Now, why did I say that? Mr. Mark Dawson actually has a book that is they are actually doing the movie adaptation already. So you can imagine that just because he's a best-selling author, he's having his book made into a movie. This same blueprint is the same thing this E.L. James, the author of 50 Shades of Grey, did. The same thing Harry Potter did. The writer of Harry Potter. are the blueprint these people follow. Their book didn't just sell 1 million without them knowing what they did. They have a blueprint. They have a bestseller blueprint. Same thing you are going to be getting today when you invest just 19,999 into your own career, into your writing career, into your author career. Okay, so the actual price of this that I paid to get this training is 142,920. Is $397. And the fact is, this training is not even open every time of the year. This Mr. Dawson opens this training just twice in a year. So if you go to his website right now, you will probably not be able to get this training right now. The actual price that I paid to get this product is 142,920. That is the money I shelled out from my own pocket because I want results. And I want you to get results too. That's why I'm sharing with you, because I could have actually kept this to myself. Okay, but I want you to get results, and that is why I'm giving it to you as a bonus. Okay, another bonus that I'm giving to you if you actually take action right away, which is the fastest fingers bonus, is first 10,000 readers by Nick Stephenson. Stephenson, what you get inside, this is the exact system best-selling author Nick used to grow his book business from 0 to over $1 million in 24 months. Nick Stephenson is the author of the John Milton series or something. He actually writes fiction, okay, and he has actually wrote non-fiction books too. This training course is valued at $597. He doesn't even sell it, just like Mr. Dawson. They don't sell it all year long. No, they open it probably for a 2-week, 3-week, 1 month, and they close it again. That's what they do. And the actual price that I shelled out from my pocket is $214,920. Okay, to get this training course. But if you act today, right now, if you are part of the first 30 people that sign up for Bestseller Blueprint, you are going to get this fast action taker bonus training that I'm giving to you by Mr. Nick Stephenson. Okay, actual value is $214,920. Then the last one is the Autoresponder Madness by Andrew Chaparron. Don't mind the glasses; he's a very cool dude. Is a master at his game. He uses in this training. You're going to understand the act of using storytelling to connect and persuade your audience and to influence them to buy your books. This is by far, bar to none, the best training course on the internet that can teach you how to connect with your audience using emails. Yes, Autoresponder Madness is, they call it, it's actually an Autoresponder Madness, actually, because it just rewires your head and makes you turn email marketing on steroids. You start getting the kind of results you have actually wanted from using emails to connect with your audience. So using emails of your readers to launch your books to bestseller status. The actual value that I paid for my pocket is $106,920, which is $297. But you are going to get it free if you are one of the 30 first people to get the bestseller blueprint today, right away. So fast action taker bonus, best-selling author training. The total value is $464,720. But I am going to be giving you all this for free today if you are one of the first 30 people to get your bestseller blueprint video training. But you're not going to be even paying. Of course, you're not going to be paying that much. But if you act now, you will get your bestseller blueprint and the fast action taker bonus today, right now, for just 19,999 naira. If you act right now, if you are one of the first people that actually pay for this and get this bestseller blueprint, one of the first 30, you are going to get the fast action bonus taker, and you're going to get everything included in your bestseller blueprint. Okay, which comes with the checklist, the softwares, and the bonus trainings. Okay. So all you need to do right now is to click on this link below, www.yourbestsellerblueprint.org/go. is yourbestsellerblueprint.org/go. So if you go to that link right now, you'll be able to grab a copy for yourself and you can access all these mind-blowing trainings right away. What's the one best-selling book worth to you right now? More money, more business opportunity, more lives imparted. Probably you want to sell 1,000 copies, 10,000 copies or more. Is paying just 19,999 naira investment really something you'll be willing to do to achieve this, to be able to impact more lives, to be able to sell thousands and thousands of your copy? Or we having a best-selling book make you 1 million, 2 million, 5 million or more? Or how much so how much would you pay to get the exact blueprint that will help you achieve this result? To get a best-selling book, will investing 19,999 be worth it to get your first best-selling book? Of course, it's going to be definitely worth it. And that is why I'm not telling you to pay the actual value of everything you'll be getting when you grab a copy of your bestseller blueprint. And I'm just telling you to pay peanuts, which is just less than 10% of what you'll be getting in actual value. Okay? So right now you have two choices. First option, do nothing, go back to your old days of not getting results. Yeah. If you choose to do that, well, I cannot blame you for it. That's still your choice. But for the smart people, for the smart writers and authors, I know you go for the second option, which is the pony up the small investment. So for the second option, you can just pony up the small investment today compared to all the values you will get in return, and just give it a shot. Right now, and get the fast action taker bonuses and the training itself. Just hit the link below, yourbestsellerblueprint.org/go. If you had right now, you get the bestseller blueprint valued at 244,444, just 19,000 naira, 999 today, and you will get the bestseller blueprints training. You get the checklist and templates, you get the softwares, you get the bonus trainings, and you also get the fast action taker bonuses. If you act today, if you are one of the first 30 people, you will get everything for just 19,999 if you act today, right away. Your bestseller, just hit the link, yourbestsellerblueprint.org/go. Here's what you will see when you click on the link below, which is yourbestsellerblueprint.org/go. You will see this page. You are going to have two options. The option one is to make a deposit into our company account, Lodrif International, GTB 011-693-7079. After payment, send an email to go@yourbestsellerblueprint.org. Just send your name, email, phone number, and the date of payment to go@yourbestsellerblueprint.org with the title of payment for your bestseller blueprint. That's it. Once you get it, in a few minutes we'll confirm it, then we'll send your access to the training right away. Then for the second option is this: you pay with your card online using a very a tested and trusted payment platform online, which is called Paystack. You just you use your card to make the payment, and you can access the training right away. It works anytime, even at 12 midnight. You use a secure order form, 100% protected, safe, and CBN approved. You get access to it instantly, no waiting or whatsoever. So are you going to smarten up and take the leap of faith to invest in a training that is guaranteed to be the difference between struggling to sell few copies of your book and selling thousands every month? And you want to get results like this? This is one of my books, Dollar's Advantage. You saw me holding up the book some minutes back. This is the kind of results you can be getting. These are on over 20 in this screenshot, but actually I had over 50 for that day in sales. This is another screenshot. This is the first in March, and this is still in August. We are still doing over 10 and 20 every day from the same product. And this is a recent screenshot. In May, we did 751,932 naira from book sales, and this is another screenshot of results of books that have been selling in 1 month. These are the results. These are screenshots back to back of things that you can actually achieve with when you get the training inside the bestseller blueprint training, and the bonuses attached. So see what other authors are saying. Now this is Mrs. Kemi. See what she's saying. I've been scared to go ahead to write my first book after hearing the cost of self-publishing it, because I didn't know how to get people to buy and read it. But after going through your bestseller blueprint, I'm almost done with my first book. Can't wait to launch it. Thanks for this masterpiece. Now she calls it a masterpiece. She wrote a book, Raising Straight A Students, and it's just when I get this kind of feedback, it gladdens my heart, because the training is touching a lot of lives. It's changing the experience most authors have been getting, the sad experience they've been getting, and it's putting a huge smile on their face. This is another one by Mr. Samuel. This training is by far the best, most complete training I've ever gone through for writers and authors. My first book was a total flop, and I blamed everybody except myself. But after going through the bestseller blueprint training, it's obvious that I did almost everything wrong. I'm so sure my next book will definitely become a bestseller using this blueprint I have now, author of the Deep Roots. The last one, Mr. King, this is after going through bestseller blueprints, I created my first automated book selling system, building a follow-up of 1,000 in less than 2 weeks. Launched my old book to them and sold 225 copies at 3,000 naira each. If you do the maths, you know that that's over 600,000. And he just got the training for 19,999. That's a lifetime investment into himself. And whatever he makes from every book he launches now, it goes back to him. And he ended it, man, this is a miracle, Mr. Benga, you are the bomb. Alright, so to get this kind of results, all you need to do is to act right now to get the fast action taker bonus, to get the bestseller blueprint, the checklist, the training, the softwares, and the bonus training for just 19,000 naira. Like, you need to act now. Go to the link www.yourbestsellerblueprint.org/go. If you didn't sign up immediately, number one is you might miss this forever. Of course, definitely you might not get this chance anymore. For one, once the 30 authors or writers get filled up, the space gets filled up, we're going to take away the fast action bonus. And that's why I said the reason 2, you miss the fast action taker bonuses if you don't act right now. Reason 3, you miss the chance of ever authoring a best-selling book or more than one. Okay, because this actually gives you the blueprint to launch one as in over and over best-selling books. Okay, and if you don't sign up right now to get your copy of the bestseller blueprint training, you definitely miss these opportunities. But ask yourself this: would you rather prefer to work on your next book not knowing exactly how to hit your book sales figures, even though you will still spend 500,000 or more to paint the books you can't sell? I think it's just a no-brainer for you to make the decision to make an investment in yourself today, because it doesn't just make sense if you cough out 500,000 to print a book that you don't know how to sell, and you will not invest in yourself just with 19,000 naira, 999 naira, just to get exact blueprint that will help you make sure that whatever you invest in printing your books, you will get it back in multiple folds. Okay, so ask yourself that. If you come up with the right answer, I'm sure you will definitely prefer to invest in yourself and get your bestseller blueprint training. So would you rather go blindly and invest 500,000 into printing books you don't know how to sell, or invest in your bestseller blueprint today and you are guaranteed that your next book will sell out copies, impact lives, and achieve all you hoped it will? What you will be missing out on if you don't act right now: your bestseller blueprint valued at 50,000 naira. You'll be missing out on your bestseller software, which is 94,444,000 in value, actual value. Your bestseller checklist and template, which is 30,000 naira in actual value. Bestseller case studies, which is 70,000 naira in value. Fast action taker bonus, which is 464,760 in value. If you total that will be 709,200 in total value. That's what you'll be missing out if you don't act right away. So I encourage you to hit that button right away. Click on your bestsellerblueprint.org/go, or go to the link right now. Click on any button around on the page you're watching this video right away, so that you can go and secure a spot and be one of the first 30 people to get it, to actually access the fast action bonus. Okay, so if you still have any question you want to ask me, just send an email to info@yourbestsellerblueprint.org, and right away I will reply it. I reply my mail almost immediately. So if you have any question, just send an email, then I will reply to you. Don't miss the opportunity of getting this training and changing your story as an author and a writer, making sure that you have the blueprint to become a bestseller. Just go to the www.yourbestsellerblueprint.org/go. Thank you for watching this video, and God bless.